Chapter 31 of For Heaven's Sake, Little Talks to Little Folks by Rev. Gerald T. Brennan. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Maria Therese. Chapter 31 The King and His Box of Gold. Yes, I have a story this morning. A story about a king and his box of gold. King Maxim was a very rich king, one of the richest kings in the whole world. Now the king had two sons, Paul and John. Of course the king loved his two sons, and the two sons loved their father. But there was one thing that puzzled the king. The king wondered whether his two sons would always love him. Would his sons take care of him in his old age? Were his sons really honest in their love for him? Could his sons be trusted? Well, the king decided to find out whether his sons were honest. If both sons were found to be honest, then the king would give half of his money to each son. If only one son were honest, then that son would receive all of the king's money. So here's what the king did. King Maxim decided to go on a long journey. Before he left, the king called Paul, the elder son, to his room. On the king's desk was a large wooden box. The king locked the box and gave the key to his son. "Paul," said the king, "this box is filled with gold. While I am away, guard this box well so that it may be safe when I return." Then the king set out on his journey. For 3 long months King Maxim traveled far and wide, and for 3 long months Paul, the elder son, guarded the box of gold. When the king came home, the first thing he did was to open his wooden box. Not a thing had been touched. The king was happy. King Maxim knew that he had an honest son. King Maxim knew that Paul, his elder son, could be trusted. Now, that is only half of the story. Some time later, King Maxim decided to take another trip. This time the king called John, the younger son, to his room. There on the king's desk was the same wooden box. The king locked the box and gave the key to his son. "John," said the king, "now it is your turn to guard my box of gold. Let no one open this box. Do not open it yourself. Guard this box well and you shall make me very happy." And so the king set out on his second journey. But this time the king didn't stay away very long. After 3 weeks the king was back home again. "Bring me my box of gold," was the king's first order to his son John. John flew into a rage. He stamped his foot and yelled at the top of his voice, "Your box of gold! Your box of gold! Why, there's no gold in that box! That box is filled with sand." The king said nothing. He merely hung his head. King Maxim knew that John had opened the wooden box. Then King Maxim became very sad. Why was he sad? Because King Maxim knew that John, his younger son, could not be trusted. I wonder whether you can always be trusted. I wonder whether you are always honest. Oh, I hope that answer is yes. If someone were watching you, you wouldn't be dishonest, you wouldn't steal, would you? Well, boys and girls, you are always being watched. You are never alone. Why, God sees everything you do. Your guardian angel sees everything you do. God and your guardian angel never have to set a trap for you. They never have to try to catch you. God and your guardian angel see everything. They know whether you are honest. They know whether you can be trusted. You know, children, Jesus hated cheaters. Jesus hated dishonest people. He hated people who told lies. Why, Jesus could have saved his life if he had been dishonest. If Jesus had told just one lie when he was on trial, he would have saved his life. But Jesus refused to be dishonest. And Jesus wants you to act the same way. Jesus wants you to be honest. Be honest when you talk and don't tell lies. Be honest when you play your games. Be honest in your examinations. Be honest at home. Be honest in school. Be honest with your friends. Be honest with everybody. You want people to trust you. Isn't that true? Well, people will trust you if you are honest. End of chapter 31.